Hey everybody, Trey here. Welcome back to another video. Wanted to do a quick video on the pattern change that is expected to take place this week and perhaps last into mid-April or so. It's been a quiet last couple of weeks across the US severe weather-wise, aside from some lower end events in the Midwest and Northeast, but that is forecast to change as early as the middle portion of this week as this somewhat stagnant pattern we've been dealing with across the US for some time now is going to break down, bringing in a more active, unsettled pattern that could bring a return to severe weather at points along the way. Right now, nothing major or high-end is expected, but we could see some severe weather return for a few days within this upcoming stretch, starting as early as the middle portion of this week. Let's start by taking a quick look at the current state of the atmosphere, beginning with the 500 millibar pattern using the SPC mesoanalysis page. Really across the entirety of the US, we're dealing with mostly zonal flow or west to east flow. Our main jet stream is relegated well off to the north here near the Canada-US border, and down to the south we've seen this strong ridge of high pressure that has been very stubborn for the last couple of weeks. It has kind of sloshed back and forth from the desert southwest into the southern plains. It is amplified, de-amplified, amplified again over and over in some capacity over the last couple of weeks, and that has led to this relatively stagnant pattern. But you can already see that this ridge is starting to break down a little bit. It is starting to de-amplify a bit more, flatten out, and we are going to start introducing some stronger flow and some troughing coming in off the Pacific going into the southern US, and that should give us that return that we have been waiting for, and that should give us the return to a more unsettled, active pattern going into this week and perhaps beyond. Heading down to the surface, we're already starting to see some changes that are sort of priming the atmosphere for a return to a more active pattern this week. You can see the moisture has started to surge inland a little bit over the past couple of days. 50s dew points across parts of Oklahoma, much of Texas, with 60s dew points, the most robust moisture, still sitting down there along the Texas coast into deep south Texas. But it's pretty much ready to be pulled northward over the next few days. Now we're going to have some vertical mixing and other impacts that are not going to allow us to get really robust moisture in until about Wednesday, at least farther inland across Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. But for now, that moisture is just sitting there, and we've seen southerly flow take hold across the plains, surface low located well off to the north in the Nebraska, South Dakota region, and the winds to the south of that, out of the south, fairly strong pressure gradient today across the southern plains, leading to pretty strong flow. That's at least going to continue this trend of moistening the low levels and getting us ready for this pattern flip that's coming this week. All right, let's now look at some ensemble model data going forward through at least this next week to see how the pattern is expected to evolve. We'll start at 500 millibars, and just as a reminder, these ensemble models basically take an average of a bunch of different runs with slightly different initial conditions of the given model. So this is the GFS ensemble at 500 millibars, and this is basically showing the mean or average 500 millibar pattern based on all of those different iterations of the GFS model. So it kind of allows us to ignore any off-the-wall individual model members that may sort of tweak the potential outcomes for the upcoming week, and it gives us an average that is what you want to be using most of all at this sort of a range. So this is the 500 millibar pattern from the 6Z GFS ensemble. As you can see, it's initialized pretty well. Our main jet stream well off to the north, ridge of high pressure here over the southern US and Mexico, and that remains for the next couple of days, but you'll see pretty quickly we start to get some evidence of some stronger flow starting to creep into the picture right off the California coast by about Tuesday. The ridge is starting to break down pretty significantly as well across the southern plains, and we may see some thunderstorms across the southern plains on Tuesday, perhaps a bit of a severe weather day across the Great Lakes on Tuesday as well. The SPC has actually outlined a marginal risk, level 1 out of 5, for the Great Lakes and Midwest on Tuesday, associated with this little bit of a shortwave up in there. Right now, it doesn't look to be all that high end of an event, but all hazards may be possible with storms up there on Tuesday. And then as we go forward into Wednesday, the southern plains may be getting in on the action as a little bit of a shortwave looks to move through into the southern U.S. We've completely broken down that ridge to the south, and now we've seen a return of a more active jet stream into a broader portion of the U.S., including central and southern portions of the country. And I just want to bring to your attention the possible ceiling with this event on Wednesday across the southern plains. That here is the NAM. NAM is just coming in range this morning's run, and this is what the trough looks like here on Tuesday or Wednesday afternoon. Starts to eject into the southern plains by Tuesday afternoon. Oklahoma, North Texas, right in the exit region of that, maybe southern Kansas as well. And a pretty interesting looking surface pattern here. You can see some of the well-defined boundaries here. Cold front to the north, dry line down to the south with perhaps some bulges in it, and a broad warm sector out ahead of that. I will take a quick sounding here, and of course this is the 84-hour NAM, so take this with a grain of salt. But just want to show you a possible ceiling case for this setup. Decent, low instability, but certainly adequate for severe weather. Deep layer shear getting up there as well. So maybe some curvature in the low levels of the hodograph. A little bit wonky here. Maybe we'll take a sounding just out ahead of that. But overall, the idea is that the environment may become favorable for all hazard severe weather on Wednesday ahead of this little initial shortwave. So we'll get into more details as that event comes to fruition as we get closer over the next few days. But the main point of this video is to show you how the pattern is expected to evolve in a general sense going forward this week and beyond. So that initial shortwave moves through on Wednesday afternoon, perhaps bringing some severe weather to the southern plains states. And then behind that, you see a pretty broad trough, pretty potent trough taking shape across the Pacific Northwest. That'll be our next player in our active jet stream to bring a severe weather threat, possibly on Friday, to a broad portion of the U.S. Now, most of the forcing is going to be relegated up here where you see the stronger flow aloft. Down here in the southern plains, we don't see as strong of flow. The trough overall, at least on the GFS, kind of strung out, kind of positively tilted here, very positively tilted at this point. And so where we're going to see the most robust severe weather is still in question. Looks to be perhaps up here in the central states. The precipitation anomalies are showing up a little bit better up in the central plains. I'll just fast forward to that for you for Friday. You see a little bit of a signal there across the Midwest down into the central plains, not much elsewhere down with southern extent. So, and that's what the SPC mentioned in their day 4 through 8 outlook today for Friday, potential for the central plains to be the main area of interest up into the Midwest for that setup on Friday. But overall, we are going to see a more active jet stream with that broad trough there going into Friday. And then on Saturday, you see a little bit of a lobe down here as well, maybe our subtropical jet in this sort of split flow regime. A little bit of a wave down there across the southern plains on Saturday. We'll likely see a cold front pushing through at that point. And then we see a little bit of a break. A ridge builds back in across the western half of the U.S. You see the upward kink in the height contours there going into early next week. And then beyond that, we could see a quick return there going toward about the 9th, 10th or so of April to a more trophy pattern out west. And that could bring a return to severe weather around that time frame as well. Let's take a look at the European model, see what it has for the upper level pattern. So you see going into early portions of the week, we see a very similar situation. The trough comes through a little bit delayed on the European model. You see the trough back here on the Euro, the trough axis. GFS had it ejecting well into the plains by that point. So still some timing differences among these models for that midweek system. And then there's that trough in the Pacific Northwest for Friday. Perhaps a little bit more robust here on the European model, a little bit more less positively tilted, stronger flow over a broader area of the upper Midwest down into the central and southern plains. So that could lead to a little bit more of a robust setup if this solution comes to fruition. But the idea is the same. GFS and the European model showing a possible setup over a widespread area for that Friday time frame. Here's the GFS ensemble. Here's the Euro ensemble. Very similar looking solutions, albeit with some differences in the geometry of the trough. Then the Euro shows that moving out this weekend. We get that ridge to build back in out across the western U.S. Maybe a little bit of remnant flow, remnant little zonal flow with some short waves down there across maybe Texas going into the days after. But looks like we may clear out the moisture going into early next week, and then a more troughy pattern like the GFS showing up across the western U.S. for perhaps additional rounds of severe weather starting again toward the middle and later portions of next week, or I should say the week following this upcoming week. Quick look at the mean dew points across these models going forward. As we talked about, those 60s dew points just kind of sitting there across the Texas coast, ready to be pulled northward. Don't take these actual values at face value. They are going to, this is an ensemble, so they may end up being a little bit higher than what the ensemble is showing, but at least it shows us where the best moisture is expected to set up going forward over this coming week. So you see that northward advance of at least modest moisture up into the upper Midwest by tomorrow, and then into Tuesday for that setup up there. Looks like somewhat of a cold front type setup. You see that sort of southward surge of the moisture up there going into Tuesday, late Tuesday into early Wednesday. And then you see for Wednesday, those 60s dew points pretty prevalent across a broad swath from the Midwest all the way down into the southern plains, that shortwave trough coming in as well. So we could see severe weather for the southern plains on Wednesday. That moisture kind of sticks around on Thursday. And then into Friday, you see we have a broad area of ample moisture for severe weather extending all the way from the Gulf Coast up into the Midwest. So with that big trough, we could see a widespread region of severe weather. The trough geometry maybe not indicating a high-end event, but certainly we could see a lot of folks under the gun on Friday for a potential severe weather event. Again, details will become clearer as we get closer to these days. Don't really want to go into specifics at this point because models are still pretty much all over the place with this these scenarios. So plenty of moisture for Friday. You see moisture kind of shifts south on Saturday with that cold front. When we kind of clear the moisture out going into early next week, the atmosphere recharges with that ridge settling in over the western U.S. Lack of moisture going to be fairly quiet early next week. And then by the middle portions of next week, we start to see the return flow of some moisture up into the southern and central plains. And then by late next week, we could see a return to severe weather at some point with the potential for troughing to return across the western U.S. and some moisture making its way in pretty far inland going into late the following week into the following weekend. Here's the 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook. Above average precipitation expected by the Climate Prediction Center across really the eastern 3/4 of the country. All green you see there. That means pretty high probabilities for above normal precipitation for these areas in green going forward over the next 6 to 10 days, valid April 3rd through the 7th. And then the 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook showing more areas that could see enhanced precipitation, particularly the southern U.S. along the eastern seaboard and some portions of the Midwest, higher than average probabilities for above normal precipitation there. So we are at least expecting to see perhaps some relief from the drought. Any rainfall will be welcome across lots of areas of the U.S. You can see a lot of red and orange on that map of the current drought monitor. Lots of folks dealing with a prolonged and impactful drought across the U.S. So we may be starting to eat into that going into the next couple of weeks with this pattern change. Severe weather aside, we could get some pretty helpful rainfall to start eating into the widespread drought that we're seeing across the U.S. But that severe weather threat certainly is prevalent given a tendency for a return to a more active jet stream over a broader portion of the central and southern U.S. going forward into the next couple of weeks, with moisture returning in earnest over that time period as well. So just wanted to give a little bit of a primer here on the upcoming pattern change. We'll get into more specific days as we get closer to these events. At this time range, specifics are just unclear. We don't know what the hazards will be, where the most robust severe weather will set up at this point. Just wanted to give you an idea of the overall pattern for the next few days. So the time frames to look at: midweek across the southern plains to the Midwest, Tuesday up in the Midwest, Wednesday shifting down to perhaps the southern plains. And then by the end of this coming week, Friday into Saturday, we could see a fairly widespread chance for some severe weather. Perhaps not a high-end event, but some severe weather going into Friday and Saturday from the central plains and Midwest all the way down into the southern plains. We then clear out for early the following week as that high-pressure ridge looks to build in on some of these ensemble models with a lack of overall moisture. And then we recharge for later on the following week and weekend, we could see a return to troughing and some intrusion of moisture northward for a return to more active weather at that point. So with that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.